it fires. It's supposed to fire. Okay, just stop. What's up, guys? So, like I said before, going to take the class, I used the StormRider Gear BattlBelt from the BattlBox that I got, and so I gave my initial impressions, and I said, you know, it does the wobble, and obviously good quality looking belt, but it wasn't going to stand up to the SOE. So I used it during the class. I actually ended up only using it for day 1. And then for day 2, I switched back to my good old SOE belt because that thing is awesome. And here's basically through that day of using it, I have decided that this at best will be a backup belt. I might even give this to Jake just because I'll just start from the beginning. So this thing, really cool. Yeah, that's really cool design. It's a Velcro, so it comes off. Now that I ended up, all that serves, the only purpose that serves is just to look cool, so it's not really a big deal, but I ended up just taking that off because I had to put a mag carrier there, so it was in the way. So that was, it's pretty useless anyways, but it was even more useless considering it didn't even get to look cool since I had to take it off. Next, I already mentioned that it sags when you hold it, and because it sags, and then because of the buckle, it doesn't have a Cobra buckle or any actual buckle. It just loops through these 2 little rings, and then you put it through. And then with the sag, it was actually in my belt. It was going like this the whole day. It kept sagging down. And there's a loop right there that you can slide it through, like that. But because of the weight or whatever, it kept like falling out of that loop and then just sagging down like this. So if I was carrying a gun, this would sag down out from underneath my shirt. So this would not be a good EDC belt, just because you're gonna constantly have that thing sagging down. I guess if that doesn't matter to you, go for it. I was also a little bit worried, just because it doesn't have a belt buckle, that it would come undone, and I would constantly be worrying about that. That was actually not a problem. I didn't have a single problem with it coming undone. The only real problem I had with it was the fact that it kept sagging down. It kept sagging down all day. But overall, as just a gun belt, if you're just wanting to put a gun on this and wear it, it really did. It did the job pretty good. It was, of course, that was only one day of intense shooting. We were shooting a lot, and it was an all-day thing. So it held up through the whole one day. Just because of the things that I mentioned that I didn't like of it, I will not be using this as anything more than just a backup belt. I might even give it to Jake, just because I'm not too impressed, and I have the SOE belt, and I have another 511 belt. So, like I said, overall impression, good gun belt. I was surprised at how good it worked. Not really the best belt. For $40, I would say you may as well go ahead. You're already putting yourself in the price range of just buying an SOE belt, and that thing is beast. I think I paid 60 bucks for my SOE EDC belt. So look into those if you're in the market and you're thinking about this. Just go ahead and spend the extra 20 bucks and get the SOE belt. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.